Hello everyone, this is the 2026 updated version of the introduction of generative AI. Um, so let's start. So the first step is to show you um, how to get a membership. You have to get an account from OpenAI. So what you do is that you type openai.com. All right, so here's openai.com. And the account that you'll have is different from your ChatGPT that you type on the internet. This is accessing through API, so you need to get this. So here, if you go to openai.com, here's login, and you get API platform. Right, so in the login, again, an API platform. And I am actually already signed up, but for you, it will ask you to sign up and then you give your email. You better give, if it's possible, like give, for example, a personal Gmail, um, and do things. After that, you can log back in. So I logged in, so it's me here. I use my email. Okay. And the next thing is you actually have to set up your account. So here, if you click here, this is setup. Uh, and if you go to billing, all right. So, and then, and the payment method, I'm not going to type, you can enter your credit card. So if you click payment method, it will use, there's a button for add card and you can add your card. Okay. So, and give your credit card information and link, that's linked. Okay. Um, the next thing that you'll do is go to here, API key. The API key. So here I already did that. So I have an API key. What you should do is here, go click create new secret key. So if you create a new secret key, is let's say, so whatever you type here, uh, test five, okay, and then create a new key. Once we do that, there will be a key. What's important is that this will never show up again once you close this window. So copy this and cut and paste and save it somewhere on your notepad or something. Okay, you'll need that. Okay. Um, and then if it's done, it disappears. So it shows up here, test my key. Okay. Um, all right. Um, so what we'll do then after that is um, here you go. That API key, once you have it copied in the notebook, you can always cut and paste, of course, from there, and you can directly use it, which is kind of not recommended because if you have this notebook shared with someone, the API key will go somewhere. So what we do is that in a Google Colab, you can open any Google Colab, like a new notebook, okay, or anywhere. You can save your key here. So here's a blank notebook and secret key. And I already saved it here. Add new secret and type some name. Okay. Test key. And if I cut and paste it like this, okay. Uh, so, and then the secret key is cast. If I want it to be accessible through the code, I can turn this on also. I don't need this, so I'm gonna delete this, but I have my OpenAI API key. Okay. Um, and also let me just delete this key here. Okay. Okay, so that's the key. Okay. Um, the API. Okay, so that's about it. Okay, and now let's show you some basic features of LangChain. Right. Here's the LangChain conversation format. So this is sort of how you do it. Instead of using a chat, basically we use this conversation style interface. And there's three types of message: system message, human message, AI message. Okay. The system message is typically like the broad idea of what you want to do. So in this case, a chatbot, your helpful assistant, concisely accurately answers question. And then the human message is actually the detail. What's the capital of Italy? Something like this. We haven't accessed OpenAI yet. That comes here. So I type the model here. I save in a variable model here. And the LLM basically contains all the information. I'm using the um, function chat OpenAI, and it's specify the model here for a chatbot. The temperature is like how creative you want the chatbot be. It's 0 in this particular case, but if it's a positive number, then it will be more creative. Okay. And then if I click here and ask, so what's the capital of Italy? Um, okay. Let's see. The capital of Italy is wrong. Okay. And well, you could further keep playing with this like this. Okay. And asking a single question here, basically, if like Model Mini here, what's the largest five cities in the USA population? Um, you can do these kind of things. Again, basically give the model and this. I warn you that for most of the cases, GPT-5 Mini is a small model. And if you use just GPT-5 for a large task, it can cost you a lot of money, as much as like 100 times if you use a pro model. So I highly recommend to use GPT-5 Mini. Okay. All right. And here's the prompt template method. So you can here have a topic of, let's say, AI application finance and language English. And same thing here. What the prompt template does is that you could put input variables like this and then have here a curly bracket. And here, if you change this here and do this, it will generate something else. So in this particular case, if I ask what AI application finance in English, it will basically think and generate such thing. Give me a blog post or write a blog post for this title, and it can create something like that. Okay, and yeah, and then here's a chain, the title and article, and you can chain them. Um, so this the title, this the article, and then what model we're using, GPT-5, and um, and then ask to invoke that and run it. And here is, for example, the book it generated. All right. So this is the introduction of how to use the large language model. Thank you for watching this episode.